To begin this story, the Israelites had been in the desert for 40 years. All the men who were slaves had died. All the kings of the Amorites and Canaanites hear about the miracle of the Jordan River, and they were afraid. God then spoke to Joshua, saying, "Make flint knives and circumcise the Israelites again." After the circumcision was done, the Israelites camped at Gilgal on the plains of Jericho. The Israelites celebrated the Passover. Now Joshua was near Jericho. He looked up and saw him with a drawn sword in his hand. "As a commander of the army of the Lord, I now have come." Then Joshua took his sandals off, because the ground in which he was standing was holy. God then spoke to Joshua, saying that he is delivering Jericho into his hand, the king, and the mighty men. After saying this, God gives them instructions. The 7 priests shall bear 7 trumpets of ram's horns before the ark. But the 7th day you shall march around the city 7 times, and the priests shall blow the trumpets. Then he said to proceed around the city, and let him who is armed advance for the ark of the Lord. The city was doomed by the Lord, it and all who were in it. Joshua relayed the message to his men, and they obeyed. They burned the city and all that was in it. Only the gold, silver, and bronze they put before the Lord. But Joshua spared Rahab, because she hid the men Joshua sent as spies. Joshua spoke to his soldiers and said, "Cursed be the man before the Lord who rises up and builds the city of Jericho. He shall lay its foundation with his firstborn, and his youngest he shall set up its gates." But after this, the Israelites became unfaithful in regard to the devoted things. The tribe of Judah took some of them. So the Lord's anger burned against Israel. Joshua sent an army to go against Ai. They chased the Israelites from the city gate as far as the stone quarries and struck them down on the slopes. At this, the hearts of the people melted in fear and became like water. God said, "Israel has sinned. They have violated my covenant, which I commanded them to keep. They have taken some of the devoted things. They have stolen. They have lied. They have put them with their own possessions. That is why the Israelites cannot stand against their enemies. Whoever was caught with the devoted things shall be destroyed by fire, along with all the things that belongs to him." Achan then confessed, saying, "It is true, I have sinned against the Lord, the God of Israel. When I saw in the plunder a beautiful robe of Babylonia, 200 shekels of silver, and a bar of gold weighing 50 shekels. I coveted them, and took them, and took them. They are hidden in the ground inside my tent, with the silver underneath." Then all Israel stoned him, and after they had stoned the rest, they burned them. Over Achan, they heaped up a large pile of rocks, which remains to this day. Then the Lord turned from his anger. The end.